To my listeners, welcome back to an episode of Who Would You Tell? We have a returning guest here, long overdue, the artist, the sensationalist, and somehow, Chelsea fan. I think it's our biggest point of contention. I think it's the one thing where we do not see eye to eye whatsoever. But guys, today my guest today is a dear friend of mine, Thando. Dog, thank you for making the time. Truly, to be able to do this episode with you again. I think we are 3 years removed from the first one that we did. Also shot, by the way, in the same month as this one.
Serious?
So we are almost 3 years to the day from the first time we did this episode.
Yeah.
And this one's about you, dog. Like, the first one is about unconventional life paths, and it was a more abstract version of what this conversation is going to feel like. I think, having re-listened to our episode, there's a lot that I think you should as well. There's a lot that I think it sounds like you had planned for your life. And when we've had updates, when we've had catch up, it's been like, dog, you've been moving and putting so much action towards everything you wanted to do.
Yeah.
And first of all, dog, I'm actually really fucking proud of you. More than anything else, bro.
Thank you, brother.
Honestly,
Thank you.
I'm elated to have seen the progress. I think, and I'm not gonna put too much on you, but anyone who is looking towards trying to accomplish any one of their dreams, genuinely, I think they could look to you and what you've tried to do for yourself in the past 3 years as a reference point to say, dude, whatever it is that you say you want to do, make sure there's some evidence behind it, bro. It's great to be ambitious. It's great to have a dream. It's great to have ideals. You need to put action towards those things.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, how are you? How does it feel 3 years later from an anchor link to the studio?
Yeah, Kanye, dude. First of all, thank you for having me, bro. Super proud of you. It always felt like we were the first thing that brings us together is football, right?
Yeah.
But the second thing's always been, well, to me, is the idea that we're both chasing this great unknown. You, it's the podcast and the media space.
Yeah.
And with me, it's the art thing. I have come a long way. I did take like stock recently. I was like, okay, I've kind of done a lot of the things I said I was going to do. Especially from the first episode we did. I listened back a few months ago before I left my job. I was listening in the office and I was like, okay, a lot of the things I said I'd do, they weren't actually hard goals, but I did get to doing them.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's great to know that you do have people looking to you. I think that is one of the things that give what I'm doing meaning.
Yeah.
The fact that I can do it, it's a thing that has to be done in front of people.
Yeah.
Like, I'm an artist. So any evidence of moving forward is very apparent and very obvious. And I think that's the one thing I do like, is that people can see tangible progress and then take inspiration from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, dude, honestly, it's like when I've looked at myself, I've been like, he's going harder than me right now. Honestly, I've said, I'm not going hard enough. He's further.
It never feels like going hard.
How so?
I think you're always on time. I think you're just always on time. The only thing you're in control of is how much work you put in. But the things that happen because of that it's always when it's supposed to happen, how it's supposed to happen. Yeah. So it never feels like I'm going hard until I look back.
Yeah, and then you get the full context.
Yeah, then I get the full context. But it's still, I think it would feel like I was going hard if the work wasn't at the level that I'm showing at. Like, if I was showing at fairs, but I didn't think the work was good enough to show at fairs, then I'd feel like, okay, I'm going hard. But it feels like I'm on par.
Like you're the level you're meant to be at.
Yeah.
Okay, no.
If this was golf, I'd be on par.
Okay.
Which is actually not great.
It's like it's just I'm fine.
It's just I'm good.
I'm meeting the targets.
Yeah.
Okay.
One day I'll hit a birdie.
Okay.
I
like that.
One day I'll feel like, okay, I'm punching up. I haven't got that feeling yet.
I mean, to be fair, you're also still quite young in your career.
Fair.
Yeah.
No,
look, you've been pushing, you've been creating for some time, relatively speaking.
100%. No. In the art career, I'm definitely still young. I've actually I'd say, if doing a fair means you're a professional artist, then I've only been an artist for 2.5 years.
You see what I'm saying?
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But
there's something you touched on just now. I'm not sure the listeners would be all the way aware of, that away from the recording, you had said, and actually, there's two different things that I'm mixing up. First things first, in the recording, when I asked you, do you ever feel like you have to make a choice between your career as an architect and your career as an artist? You said no, and I wrote it down specifically because I was like, there's a bit of a lie
I
here.
remember that. I remember that.
You said I don't have to make the choice, and yet in this year, you did. What changed? How did you get to that point where you realize that as much as you still want to do this, or rather you're qualified to do this, you have to let it go?
So it's actually so weird that I said I could do both. I guess you never know where the other thing's gonna like go.
Yeah.
So at some point it did feel like the art thing was getting bigger than the architecture thing, and slightly more important.
Yeah.
So I'd be at work and I'd constantly be thinking about this thing, you know, and then that kind of seeps into the how eager I am to do the work that I'm doing in the office.
Yeah.
And for me, once I get like cynical or selfish about the work I'm doing, I stop doing it. So I started feeling like, okay, the other thing's actually more important than this, and the workload was crazy. I'd literally work 9 to 5, sometimes like 9 to 6, 7, get home, work on the art thing from like 7 till midnight, like militantly, like consistently. And then at some point, when I got the solo, when I got told I'm doing a solo in Cape Town, I think that's when I was like, okay, this is the moment where you can't half-ass two things.
Yeah.
Like you can't cheat both of them.
Yeah.
And I had to choose.
Okay.
And then, yeah, I chose the art practice, right? But I haven't left architecture.
Okay.
I've left architecture, the job,
Okay.
the day job. But my art practice is, I'd say 40%, the bedrock of my art practice is my architectural IP.
Okay.
So I'm not completely like removed from architecture.
Do you think you'll ever return to it formally though?
The day job, it'll be hard, dude. It'll be difficult, but I not now. It's not in my advantage now.
Would you want to? Is there a part of you like on an emotional level? Leave the logistics of it.
So if like, what do you mean? Like if making money from it wasn't a thing? Or
Yeah.
The day job of it, I'd only return if I was building buildings I truly care to build.
What? Give me an example.
So I worked in the commercial space, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of the stuff you do is it's a small part of a bigger project. So if we're doing like a high-rise building, someone who was a junior like myself,
Yeah.
you probably end up working on scheduling windows or like super menial stuff. I did get to a point where I was getting design roles, but it never felt like I was an important part of the bigger picture. And I constantly got told, you're there, you're almost there. Like 2 more years, you'll be the guy. You'll be the guy that you see in your mind.
Yeah.
And I was like, 2 years is long, and even when I do become that guy, I don't think I'll care about the type of work I'm doing. So I'll return when, for example, a school, right? That is the type of
That's the type of thing you want to build.
building typology that I want to build.
Okay.
Okay.
Sound like Kanye West here. It's kind of concerning.
Yeah, you know what? I'm sounding like him, but from a different
Yeah.
point of view. It's like, for me now in my life, I only do stuff that truly matters
Okay.
and that I put serious value to. And if I don't value it, I'm not doing it. It's a luxury. It's a privilege to be in that position. But you actually do have to take some hits to be in that position. I'm willing to take those hits. Like if it means not working for the biggest commercial firm, I'm willing to take that hit.
Okay.
Especially to give time and energy to the art thing. Because for me, like that's my life's work. That is the thing I will do until I don't have breath in my lungs. That like I'll never stop.
But I think, as I said to you before, the fact that again you're chasing this indescribable thing, the amount of certainty in your voice. I think it's the only thing where I think I can't challenge you. I love to argue with you. It's an incredible pastime. I think
A lot of silly arguments.
all of them.
When I truly think about them.
All of them. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what are you guys talking about?
Yeah.
And I think it underpins a lot of what everyone wants, like in life, right? Like that common truth of wanting to do things that they care about. Ultimately, like you don't want to waste your time. You don't want to feel like you're in a place you shouldn't be in for too long. You want to be able to make those changes. And I think what I'm most curious about when it comes to how you got here is because I think people experience imposter syndrome in lots of different fields. I was like, as long as I've known you, as long as we've been friends, I've never felt you have any kind of that. What do you think you put that down to? Is it the repetition? Is it the certainty?
It's the certainty I have in the fact that I work at it.
Yeah.
I work at it, but also the fact that I don't know everything about it.
Yeah.
Like the great ignorance. The fact that I didn't go to art school.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff I probably was doing wrong, but has since become maybe a thing that people identify me by in my style. So I think it's a mixture of not knowing the full thing and also just being confident in the fact that I practice. Like I work hours. Like Rick Owens was saying, there's a clip I saw of him saying in his studio he never has all of his like precedent study or like a mood board because he wants his references to be as vague as possible so that his point of view meets them somewhere in the middle.
As opposed to borrowing too much.
You're not directly recollecting.
Yeah.
I think that's part of my thing. Whenever I read text, I'll read like 3 texts at the same time and have like a broad understanding of them so that when I do put my lens over it, it's more me than the stuff I've taken in.
Yeah.
So it's half not knowing everything to the T and being comfortable in that, and then the other half just putting your head down and putting in the hours. That's what I put it down to.
That's sort of stuff. So for those who are interested in the art world, and we're gonna have to give a shout out to Adilson because I haven't seen an art piece that has rocked people like a piece of writing has rocked people the same way that his piece did. I'm curious though, what's your perspective on that and the critique of art from people who don't necessarily need to make art to make a living? I think there's something that a friend of mine said a while ago that you might have valid points, but you might not be the right person to be making those points. Right, and I think when I saw his piece, I properly understood that for the first time in a while. I was just like, dude, there's certain things I feel you can't, like, I couldn't have written that. Matter of factly, could have written exactly the same thing, but just like, even though I don't necessarily agree with the whole thing, there are some points in it where I can see where his frustration comes from. So I'm curious, what's your take on it? What's your take on critique from those who aren't partaking in art the same way that you are? Participating, not partaking.
So just like for the people who aren't privy to that article,
Yeah,
it was basically a critique on a small part the art fair, FNB art fair, but on a bigger scale, just art fairs in general, South African art fairs in general, and how they've become sort of commercial,
overly commercialized,
cash cows, and they masquerade as these cultural events. I think his critique was valid, but on the point of people who aren't directly involved in art having a critique, I'll like, for me personally, I'll hear you out, but I'm not storing it. I'm not. It's whether it's a compliment or a criticism, unless you're someone who's been invested in how far I've come and what I've worked on, like you. So the other day when you said you thought that was the best work at the fair, I actually took it seriously because you've seen my work progress. But to someone I've just met or someone who's just seen my work, obviously I'm grateful when they're receptive to the work and they appreciate the work, but it's very surface level, the level that I internalize critique on. And then like actual critique, like
Yeah.
art critique. I think the art world is made up of characters.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like a play. And in that play, there are writers, there are the artists, there are the gallerists, and you need to know your role.
Yeah.
And don't go back and forth with a writer because he's playing his part.
Yeah.
Right. So critique in general, I'm open to it, but it's very seldom that I take critique and then apply it.
Okay.
I think I only have one, like someone who's my mentor. When he says I should do something, I'm usually stubborn and I don't do it. And I eventually find myself doing it. And then I'll like give him a text and be like, okay, I see what you were saying.
I hear you now.
I see what you were saying. And even that, you can't always take feedback and apply it immediately.
Yeah.
You almost have to grow into it, you know? Sometimes you're not ready to hear it. Sometimes you're technically not ready to apply it. So critique is it plays a role in my practice, but I don't take it seriously.
I also think you kind of can't afford to, right?
Yeah.
When
Why do you say that?
I think if you're pursuing a passion generally, if you aren't at the final level, anyone could discredit just your current status as evidence for why you won't progress to where you think you'll get to. So, I think it's such an obscure example. This what's come to mind.
You almost have to. It's weird. You're right. You have to critique it at the end when it's all done.
Yeah,
and it kind of doesn't count anymore.
I'm still pushing. It doesn't really matter if you think that. So the example I was going to use is the idea that people thought that Lampard wasn't going to be.
I was about to bring the same thing up. Yeah.
The fact that was like genuinely believed. They thought like he wasn't mobile enough. He wasn't. He was like it wasn't anything enough. Right?
Yeah.
But the idea that Redknapp, who was watching him, different perspective, thought he's going to be one of the very best ever when he was a teenager.
Do you think he was saying that blindly or like?
I mean, I think I can't believe I'm giving you this dap. In the same way, Redknapp describes Lampard as incessant with his training, right? That he does this religiously. He says there's a point in time when it was raining. He said they looked at the pitch and they saw one person there, running in the rain. They're like, someone's jumped over the fence. It's like, no, it's one of the
young
academy
Frank.
players.
Yeah,
he's like he's training by himself. He is making this effort not because anyone has told him to, but because he knows that to get better, you can only get better at the things that you care about through repetition, through practice. And it's just like, yeah, if you take on criticisms when you're at the very beginning of your career and you think that means that I then shouldn't do it, it's like, how are you going to get better then? Because you weren't at that level already.
Yes.
Right? Like whatever talent you might have innately, it's just like you kind of have to hone it further.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if no one thinks you're good at the start of your career.
There's the rare few.
Yeah.
The rare few that don't have to work.
Yeah, and even then, they can fizzle. They can fade away. It doesn't really matter if you're really, really good at 19. When life is fair, life's a lot longer than that. It's really great that Dele Alli was as good as he was. I'm thinking this is the D&D episode. It's really great.
Soon.
It's really great to be a super talented 18. It's great to pass matric, and do exceptionally well. So it's like there's another stage. You need to go again. You need to keep getting better at the things that you say you care about. Like there is no one moment that then solidifies you. It's like now you're good. You're good forever.
He's on now.
Yeah, you're as good as your last game. You're as good as your last performance. You're as good as your last art piece. You're as good as that last piece of writing. You're as good as the thing that you have most recently shown. The idea of having potential and not doing your absolute utmost to cultivate it, to put it towards something. Like I think it's a trap that catches a lot of people, that you think because you aren't there yet, that means you won't get there.
You won't get there. But another thing people underestimate is how exponential your growth can be if you work on something every day.
Yeah.
You grow at a faster rate than you think. I'll take you as an example. When we did our episode 3 years ago, you had no clear, you probably had a picture in your mind's eye, but you didn't know how it would play out that you one day have visual content. Because I remember that was one of your
like
goals,
just trying to figure that out.
But another thing is, I think your skill, for example, I remember when I had Twitter, you tweeted once, if I'm gonna say it from your point of view.
Yeah.
If I had a hard skill, it would be over for all of you. You know, I'm not quoting verbatim.
I know.
But
What you mean. Yeah.
your talent is not necessarily a tangible one or a hard one. So I don't think. Do you think it would take you that much practice to? I think you'd stay good at what you do. If you stayed away for like years, you'd probably become better.
I can understand why you'd say that because I think I'd come back with renewed perspective. I'd
stories,
have more
yeah,
to share, and to some extent, that's also impacted how frequently I release. Because I am a firm believer that if there's no chops, don't chop, boy.
100%.
I don't think I can make at least what I'm trying to do. I don't think I can make an episode every single week. At least not right now. Like with what I know, and then have it be as meaningful and as impactful as I'd like it to be. I think if I was doing that to some extent, I'd be trying to stat pad. I'd be trying to just make episodes to say that I'd made the episodes, as opposed to trying to cross things where I know with this person, naturally the conversation will go away, and I know it will help someone. It'll feel part of the overall collection of what I hope who you tell it like to be. Yeah, well, can be.
Yeah, I guess. I actually don't show all of the work I do. So preparing for the last fair, there's about 3-4 pieces that when I was working on them, I was like, this is it.
Yeah.
These are the ones I'm gonna show at the fair. And then as you work on more stuff, you're like, actually, you get better as you work. As you work, you get better.
Yeah.
But it's not always the case. I want to stress that it's not. It's not always the case, bro. And I downplay it a lot, but a lot of what I do is natural talent.
But again, I think that's what would have inspired it, right?
Yeah,
there's things you're naturally drawn to.
Yes.
Like
yes.
I'm a naturally outspoken person. I speak a lot. It kind of makes sense that this is where I want to be.
You never learned to do what you're doing.
Yeah.
And it's a responsibility. It's a huge responsibility. That's why I take it so seriously. Like where did it come from for one, and why me? You know,
especially to be where you are now, dude.
Exactly, dude.
There's no single thing you can point to say I was always destined for this. Like, you had to make a choice. You had to make a choice to pursue it. You could have had the talent. It could have been dormant. And there would be a thing of like, I have a friend who's really great at sketches.
Yeah.
Then
also, it also depends on where you see yourself.
Yeah.
I think if you see things clearly in your mind's eye, it's easier for you to work towards it, even if you don't know exactly what they are. If I see myself showing at the Venice Biennale in 5 years, I might do it in 10.
Yeah.
But I think a huge part of it is seeing it happen.
Yeah.
I remember when I had Twitter again. I kind of miss Twitter for this thing because you can kind of just say stuff.
Like, you refer back to
the
what
ether,
you said,
you know, because everyone's running their mouth on Twitter. I said I'd do. There's a fair I said I would do. I think I said by 2026. I'm doing it this year. Okay. When I said it, I was just saying it.
Yeah.
So when Jay-Z says like the shit that you say, or the stuff that you say, sorry, the stuff that you say, hold like the things that you say hold true power.
Yeah,
it's true, even if you don't believe them. Like the fact that you've put them out there, it's the universe has a weird alchemy of like conspiring with you when you've said something and put your mind to it. That's what I believe.
Yeah, I think so too. So I think when I started the Unconventional Life Pod series, something that I really wanted to get across is I don't necessarily think all passions need to result in financial security. I just think that a lot of people's passions are what keep them going. Right? And I think it's important to get that point across. So I guess what I'm curious about now is, now that has become a financially sustainable thing, has that taken away any of the joy of just making art?
No.
Nothing. It's made it better, man.
Dude, you know, I hate to do this, but like, I don't think Kobe Bryant enjoyed basketball.
That is an absolutely ridiculous thing to say.
I don't think he enjoyed it.
To leave it.
He loved it, but I don't think he always enjoyed it. There's a photo of him bandaged like shoulder,
his
ankle, knee. You can't tell me he was having fun.
Yeah, but it's work.
So for me, the idea that it's always fun,
Mm.
I've long past outgrown that.
Mm.
Like I know it won't be fun,
Mm.
but it's the right thing for me to do. Like it's not always fun.
Mm.
In fact, it's very rarely fun. And for me, the passion and the love for it are kind of detached from the fun part of it. Kanya, actually,
Mm.
I don't know if it's ever been fun. I don't know if it's ever been fun.
So what do you call the feeling when you've completed a piece? What is that? Is it satisfaction?
Satisfaction.
That is its own fun. It's not, I don't think
Yeah.
when you put hours into a craft, it is as fun as, like, I can't think of like an example, but as I said, like child's like a PlayStation game. That's
That's
fun.
fun.
But
That's
yeah,
fun.
but that's because it's not meant to go anywhere. It is just there, right? You're talking about something that you intend to show, something that you intend to express yourself with. I don't think expressing yourself anywhere for anyone is fun. It's about like the release that you get from that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like I think someone else who's been on the show before, Stenkosi Mbuli, Rudy Chalmers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Great musician.
I can't imagine that planning soul play and the various events. That's not fun.
It's not fun. Yeah,
It's about the satisfaction to bring something to life, right? Ultimately, and yeah, I think that generally speaking, all of us lose out when people aren't willing to make that sacrifice for themselves and for us ultimately, right? I think the best things that you experience in this life come from people expressing their passions,
yeah.
one way or another, right? It's a piece of art, it's a piece of music,
Football.
a piece of writing, it's football. It's
Thierry Henry.
you get me. It's all like all of these things are why I think like life is exciting. Getting to witness other people's passions, getting to witness people bear who they are and what they stand for, what they care about, one way or another. And it looks so abstract as well.
Yeah.
Like the idea of a poet, for example. Like my appreciation for poetry is almost null. But for someone to feel that that's the only way they can express themselves, that's admirable.
Yeah.
Like it takes so much for people to try and just bear themselves out to whoever. Right? You don't know who your audience is. You don't really know who you're writing this for, other than yourself.
Yeah.
You don't know who this will touch.
And sometimes it touches no one.
Yeah. And then you must hold it.
And you must hold it. You must hold it, boy. If you worked at it and it doesn't sell, you hold it. But I'll say this, dude. The part of me that is willing to, like, live through the thing not being fun is a small cynical part of me that I think a lot of people who get to the very top have. The part where at some point you put aside the fact that you want this to be fun, and it's just, I have a responsibility to be overwhelmingly good at this thing.
Okay.
It just, I can't explain where it comes from. I just have an overwhelming urge to be ridiculously good to the point where someone is moved at how good I am at this thing and how prolific.
I'd imagine that had to come from like your idols, right? Like
Yeah.
the people you look up
Yeah.
to. You want to live up to. There is a metric of some kind. It's like, no, this was incredible. You want to make pieces that move people.
Also, like I've got a penchant for like beautiful things. I like making beautiful things.
Yeah.
And one of my idols, quote unquote, Thierry Henry, he played at the highest level in the Premier League at a time where it was probably the least aesthetic, right? But he still found a way to make what he was doing beautiful.
Yeah.
There's still no player who plays the game like him. Like I hear the numbers, people bring up people's numbers. I'm always like, it doesn't look like the way he made it look. And it took a lot of like grueling work for it to look that beautiful.
Yeah.
And that's my North Star a lot of the time. Like a responsibility to make beautiful things, but understanding that making beautiful things takes a lot of ugly work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's something you mentioned a while ago about being scared to see your first art piece in an exhibition. You said it felt like seeing yourself in the mirror. Do you still have that same fear now?
No.
What do you think removed it?
Part of that fear came from knowing that I hadn't technically executed what I was showing, like to the level that I thought I could, and that's due to time constraints. But now that I've put my mind and all my time into this thing, it's very rare that I put something up and I don't feel like that's what it should be. Like there's no better version of it, you know. Obviously, there's a point in my life where I'll make better work.
But at this moment in
But
time,
at this moment in time,
what you're producing, you feel you are at.
that is the thing that's supposed to be on the wall. Another thing that helped me get past that was, I think, doing it more than once. So that feeling was very like apparent for the first fair I did, and then my first solo.
Yeah.
The fact that you've got this booth and it's just your work in there, like there's no hiding.
Yeah.
There's nothing to remove your fear for showing your work, like doing a solo.
Yeah.
Like if people don't like it,
It was just you.
they walk out of the booth.
There was no other thing that they liked that caught their eye instead. It's just
Exactly.
Like, it was. They liked this,
And you
this is-
can't lie to yourself and be like, oh, they were probably looking at the work next to yours, so they probably saw mine.
Yeah.
It's all your work.
Yeah.
So if they hate it, they hate your work, bro. And if they love it, they love it.
Yeah.
So, getting past those two milestones, the first fair I ever did and then my first solo, I think I don't have that fear of seeing my work up anymore.
No.
I think the next time I'll have that fear is when I switch mediums.
Okay.
It's like if I do sculpture,
Yeah.
then I'll feel like, okay, this is a new frontier, you know?
Yeah.
And people well versed in like sculpture will look at this thing and be like, who the hell is this?
Yeah.
You know?
Like what is he even trying to show us? Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not saying I'm completely comfortable at the level I'm painting at. But I think I'm comfortable with showing it. Like completely comfortable with showing it. Yeah.
Okay. That's big, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's still Who Would You Tell episodes that I do get nervous for.
Serious.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
No. Like, okay, let me paint it out for you. Before a fair,
Yeah.
I'm super nervous. I'm nervous, bro.
Yeah.
But once the work is up and the fair started, and it's now time to go to the fair, the VIP evening,
Yeah.
I'm never like, oh, I'm dreading going to the booth to see I go and I look at the work and I'll stand there for a long time. That wasn't always like that. I'd walk around the fair, look at everyone else's work, and then get to mine. But now that's not the case. But to do like the idea that in 2 months I'm doing a fair, that still scares me out of my boots. Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. I was curious. I was like, dog, you too mellow.
No. Because I also don't take this thing for granted.
Okay.
What, like, the rarity of being an artist and showing your work is like, it's a huge exception. There's so many artists who will never get to show at fairs.
Yeah.
So constantly kind of like reminding myself to be grateful that I'm showing at the fair.
Yeah.
But the idea of like being comfortable seeing my work, I'm comfortable.
Do you reckon there's enough community in the art world?
Community between artists.
Yeah.
I think there is. If you want to be part of a community, then there is.
Yeah.
And to what level? Like to the point where you want to collaborate or you just want to hang out with people. There is, but I don't think people talk about their work enough.
Okay.
In those circles.
Okay.
It's almost like we're together.
Because we do the thing. But we don't
Because
talk
we
about,
do the
You don't
thing.
talk about the thing while you're there.
We don't talk about the thing on a molecular level where I think you could get better in this way. And
Do you wish that did exist though?
not for me. Not for me.
For others.
Others,
Well,
me. I think
because your point about everyone having their role, right? The writers in the art world have their role. The people who own the galleries have their role. I found it interesting. I've never seen someone who actively makes art want to critique anyone else's art. Like in every other field, like musicians talk about musicians, right? Footballers talk about ex-footballers talk about current footballers. There's no current critique. There's no current conversation that I've seen, at least, of artists talking about other artists. It's almost like you can't speak about
it's
it.
a bit taboo.
Because how dare you speak on their art? You make yours, they make. It's like, oh, okay.
You're
But
right.
then people who don't make art have free license to discuss everyone else's art. Like, I don't know if that's because you don't want to tread on anyone's toes. Is that like just a respect, like out of respect to not do that to people because it's so personal?
There's a thing of it being personal. Part of it is your ego, but a big part of it is that we're playing the same sport.
Okay.
A lot of people won't admit, but we're playing the same sport.
Yeah.
And hearing from your peer or your contemporary that I don't think what you did is that great, it's hard to hear. I think a lot of people aren't willing to hear that. I think it is necessary for a lot of artists to hear
Yeah.
about, because I know people who don't think their work is that great, but it is.
Yeah.
And then I know people whose work isn't to my taste. I won't say isn't that great, isn't to my taste, and you can see they've never heard it before. And that might be good for them. So I don't know if talking about each other's work is always good. I don't know if it's always necessary.
Yeah.
Certainly not for me.
Yeah.
Like, I have the people I go to get like proper critique.
Yeah.
But I'm not open to. Look, there are artists I will hear out.
Yeah.
And then there are artists where I'm like, okay, our stuff exists in completely different universes. So like a hard critique on the actual work,
Yeah.
I wouldn't value that. But maybe you could spark an idea, but I don't think it's necessary for me.
Okay.
But I could see why it would move a lot of people's practices forward. I don't see it.
Well, I think it's interesting that people who are tastemakers, people who are art critics, can kind of have to be these neutral outside voices. Because I've never known an art critic who is writing and talking about artists that they like personally, like because they know the person and now they're talking about their art. I think it would, like, it's renewed perspective.
You're talking like formally, like,
yeah.
Like if I wrote an artist,
No, as
an
article.
article,
I write an art piece about the art fair, and I say Thando's piece, and I say what I think, and I say no, this specific one, I hated this one actually.
You as an artist,
yeah. No, me as me.
You as Kanya.
Like, I'm talking to, like you see that I've written about you. I don't clear it with you. Like, I just think it's interesting that almost anywhere else, it doesn't matter if people have the personal relations or not. If they have the experience, it feels like it's the only field where you have free reign, regardless of how connected, how much you may or may not know. I just think it's amazing that the art world really is its own space. It has its own rules entirely. I don't know how, like, I've asked you many times before, like, where do you get feedback from? We've answered the question in this episode. But the idea that it is so much faith is incredible to me. Like, there's no real question there. It's just
You
like,
know,
I feel like there's a gap for, I guess, dialogue in art spaces.
between artists or
Yeah.
between practitioners.
All of it. I think that's why Dielson's piece was as inflammatory as
That's
it was.
why it
But
touched a lot of
was,
people in their
like, it was
studios.
just like, dude, how could you say
How
this?
dare you
Yeah,
talk
like,
about
I
our
don't know
work?
if you saw, like, the comments. Like, in it, there's people saying, yeah, this is why you'll never show. It's just like, that doesn't mean, even if that's true, it doesn't mean anything he said there is, like, immediately invalid because he said that.
Yeah,
Right? It's like,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
someone else has said it, now it is valid.
yeah.
You know, like, I just
We
think
spoke.
it's
We
interesting.
spoke. We spoke about that fair, like in passing. I mean, that article in passing, and I sat and thought about it. Like, shout out to him. Like, I think those are the types of things that move people forward
Yeah.
and move things forward. Like, if that doesn't happen, we kind of probably all tell each other the same
The same things. The
You
same
know?
platitudes over and over again.
same lie. So yeah, I'm very much for like critique like that. But I do take exception. Like if it was directed to me and I was named and shamed like that, I would take exception.
Yeah.
I don't put it past me to take exception and like approach the person who wrote.
Yeah, and say what the hell is
Like,
that?
let's talk about it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I also think it's the courteous thing to do to tell someone that you're going to write about them. You obviously can't do it like do it for everyone.
Yeah.
But if you know you're gonna,
Go after them.
because dude, at the
To
end,
express it's not personal.
at the end of the day, there's some people that were like shamed in that piece where I'm like, they literally just work in the art industry.
Yeah.
You know, it's their job. The thing that you're criticizing, you're not looking at it on like a day to day. This person goes to work to do this thing. You're looking at it from a very like philosophical, top down approach of like, okay, this is what art is supposed to be.
Yeah.
And
Takes
those
away the realities of it.
those conversations are good for like a few minutes, and then people get back to work. Monday, you wake up, you go to the gallery you work at, you work the whole day, you go home.
Yeah.
So I have time for those types of like criticisms, but not. I don't sit and dwell on them for too long.
Okay. I mean,
I get back
again,
to work.
You can't.
Yeah. You can't.
You can't. And I don't think in life anyone can. And ultimately, what I hope that this episode leaves you with is the importance of pushing regardless.
Yeah.
Like I think dissenting voices and critiques about where you are at a certain moment in time about something that you believe has genuine value, it requires you to push even when it's difficult.
Yeah. Just
Even-
push. You always used to say that. Just push.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But sir, as we draw an end to this episode, thank you once again for making the time.
Thank you, bro.
I have
Thank
two
you for
questions for you.
having me.
What are the 3 things you're most looking forward to, just broadly?
In my life.
Anything. You'll tell us. You'll guide us. I won't constrain you.
Getting married next month.
Okay.
I'm kidding, man.
Talking childish.
Dude, I'm actually doing my first international fair, like imminently.
Yeah.
I won't say when. I just have a thing of like saying exactly when.
Yeah.
I don't like doing that. Another one is I finally feel like I found a way to, because for a while it felt like my art and my architectural IP were 2 separate things. I think I found a way to marry them
Yeah.
in a very real way. So that's another thing, which I'd say is the same thing as the other one.
Yeah.
And then other stuff is like personal stuff, man. Like people in my family getting married, people having kids. To see you doing this at the level you're doing at, I'm excited to see where you take it.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of the things I'm excited about are actually, believe it or not, outside of me, like outside of the thing I'm doing. So yeah, I'd say some very personal stuff in my family, with my friends, you being one of them, like this podcast and what you're doing with D&D. I like seeing people lean into the thing they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
And I've got a few of those things I'm seeing. I can't name all of them, but like seeing friends lean into their thing and then like truly do it.
Yeah.
It's a big part of like what I look forward to. But short term is like doing an international fair. When I said I would do it, that's a big thing for me.
Yeah.
That's
Then you should be proud of it.
Yeah.
Honestly. It's not a small thing to speak things into existence.
Do you think you have to say it to actually? How big a part do you think saying it is to actually getting it done?
Huge.
40%.
I think for me especially, I believe in sharing it so that it's not just a vague thing anymore, like a vague thing in the back of my mind. I know a lot of people like to write it down and put it somewhere, but that doesn't do anything for me. For me, until I've set it as an intention, it doesn't feel that real.
Is it like
Until I said I'm doing this now, then
to yourself or like to people around you?
both.
Do you think the you saying it to people around you has to do with accountability?
No,
People are like, you dude, you said.
no, I don't think anyone. I don't think people want to hold each other that accountable for anything that is an aspiration. I think that's you expressing yourself. Unless we have a conversation, say, dude, this year we're both trying to do this thing together. Unless that's the tone of the conversation, I don't think that helps. I say it so that I know I've said it. So it's not a thing that I thought once upon a time. Like I feel like once I've said I want to do this, that when I want to move towards this thing,
Yeah.
then it becomes real.
There's a deadline you gave yourself. I'm not gonna say it here out loud what it was for this like media space that you're in now. Is that deadline still the same? You said if this thing is not moving by then, you're downing tools. Is that deadline still the same?
So I changed it to an output based thing,
Okay.
where I've said it has to be 500 episodes
Okay.
before I can put it down.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's cumulatively. So 500. So between D&D and Who Would You Tell, 500 episodes, and I need to believe that there's something solid here.
I love that actually
Yeah.
because it's an internal goal.
Yeah.
It doesn't like lean on external.
It's just that I put in that much time, that much effort. It's just like, and that's fine because I really like doing it. There are people who enjoy it, like matter of factly.
Yeah.
So it's just like I do it for that long, and whatever else happens between now and then, and the rest of my life happens as it does.
You did that.
Yes, like it's out of my hands.
Yeah.
Like the entire point. Then I got that from you, not necessarily the number itself, but just the idea of just put effort into it. Like make it tangible, make it as tangible as you possibly can, and everything else happens from there. It's out of my hands.
It
It's not for me to decide what comes next after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. But sir, thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me, bro.
Dude, honestly, I'm glad we're here.
Yeah.
Like this feels like a real full circle moment to be able to
For
have
both of
this,
us.
to have this episode in a different space,
Yeah.
in a different time for both of us.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, honestly, I appreciate you. I appreciate your craft.
Yeah.
I appreciate your drive. I hope that you guys as listeners have gained something from this, and I hope that if there is something that's nagging at you that you felt you could have started, it's just as long as you're still here, you might as well put action towards it.
Get to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, bro. Thank you for having me. It feels like a full circle moment for both of us, like you said. And I'm keen to see what the version of this is in 2-3 years.
I am more than excited.
Because if we both don't stop, there is another iteration of this thing.
No, part 3,
Yeah.
I will be there.
Maybe Mzansi Magic.
We'll see. Let's not limit it.
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah,
But anyway.
Yeah, thank you, bro. Thank you
Could
for
be
having me.
could be in the same place, but an entirely different feel.
100%.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, guys. We're out.